Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So we're here with Jason and Tara to do some pottery.
Yes.
We're gonna do some arts and crafts today.
It's a double date pottery date. We're gonna get all ghost, you know? Yeah, you can show that up there, Ryan.
Oh no, I hope it wasn't a masterpiece.
Well, it's not now.
Pull that scene up.
Mental happened, and like, yeah.
Yeah, and we have an amazing teacher.
I hope so. The only thing that I'm seeing is might be at fault. I don't see a crayon in this place, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna manage. She better be a good teacher.
Upstairs so you can see all my.
Oh, you got a gallery. That's
That'll be
cool.
super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever done pottery before? No. Yep. I've done ceramics when I was little, but I never did pottery, so I've never spun anything. I've never done anything on a wheel, so.
Middle school, we were actually just talking about it before you guys had showed up. Middle school was the last time that I'd done anything like this. And I actually still have somewhere tucked away the stuff that was made, and there's a reason it's tucked away.
I don't know. I just think it's gonna be fun. I'm so super excited.
It's a fun, it's a nice, nice thing to do on Valentine's Day.
Nice double date.
So we'll see what happens.
All right.
We'll see what we make.
They're about 1.33 pounds. Really? I just try to pound it a little bit more into more of a sphere. I don't like a flat bottom when I put it down. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try not to make a face. My dad and my mom is professional photographers, so as soon as the camera goes on, I'm it's just what I've done. So pounding it down, okay? You don't want the clay ball to go flying off. It's hysterical, and it happens, but give it a good couple taps, okay? You don't want friction, so make sure your hands and the clay is wet. I'll be rolling back and forth, literally throwing water on you when I think the clay gets a little dry and it's not going through your hands. Oh, is anybody lefty?
Ryan.
Okay, I can have the wheel spin the other way for you.
I shoot guns right. I cut scissors right, so I should be okay.
Ambidextrous, okay. Yeah. If you find that you want to work on the other side, all these wheels, I can turn it and go the other way, no problem. Here in the US, we go counterclockwise. And I was taught everything in threes. I don't know why. I center in two ways. One is coning, so I start and I literally make a cone. As you're working, your hands are always butterfly, bee, bat. They're always together.
And it reminds you right here.
Oh, it
says bat.
And these are bats too. So
yes.
A lot of bats. So I'll cone up, and I'm just using the side of my palms. Cone up, then I push down. I don't center very well coning up. I'll show you the other way that I center. But some people center this way, and I push down. You're trying to get all the clay particles going in the same direction. And so the clay doesn't wibble wobble, okay? You don't want that, okay? What you also want to do, your left hand is either anchored on the splash pan, on your thigh. We can put a bucket underneath you if you'd like your leg to be up a little higher. Okay? I'm pushing the opposite way, little physics. So my fingers are open so I don't get the clay in my fingers. This hand is on top. Okay? My hand is either against my body, tight, or it's down here. My nose is over the clay. Okay? And this is how I center. So if it's really up, I push this way and then I push down. And if it's still off center, I'll push and I'll just keep adjusting. Little physics, see it's off center, it's wiggling. Okay? Then I can push in more and push down until it doesn't wiggle as much. All this
She makes it look easy. But she's supposed to. She's the teacher.
Yeah. Okay, once it's centered, and I could probably center the bottom a little better, okay? I'm gonna open it up. Again, my hands are always touching each other. It's more stable that way, I don't know the physiology of it. It's just the way it goes. I use my middle finger. Some people use their thumbs. I can't open it that way. I throw it off center so quickly. So my hand's here. My middle finger finds the middle, okay, and I push down. Okay. I sort of go on an angle, and this is all slip. You can either put it back on your pot, rake your hands over the water, doesn't matter. But I'm stopping to see what the depth is. So I put my needle tool down, and you all have a needle tool?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So, a little bit shy of ½ inch, a little bit more than 1/4. I'll take it. Okay. Your sponges can go in the water. You also have a very expensive tool. Okay. I know, they're great. And just have the tools anywhere. And if you lose one somewhere, I've got more. Because sometimes they're in the clay, sometimes they're over here. They fall on the floor. So that's about a good depth. ½ inch, a little bit more than 1/4.
For a mug, is that what you're showing me?
Sure.
Okay. So anything?
I'll show you a mug and then I'll bring it out to a bowl.
Okay.
Now my middle finger is still, it's down at the bottom. Okay? And what I'm actually doing is pulling towards my belly button. I'm opening up the clay. Now, here, let me take the water out. You can see it a little better. There you go. Okay. Now I want to compress the bottom. I don't pull the clay out past the base. It sort of gets very weak then right here, and they fall. But then you can make little dishes, and they're sort of cute for like, dipping sauces and things like that. So it's okay. Now I'm gonna compress the particles even more, get these clay particles tighter so it's stronger. If you forget to compress, you get this lovely crack in the bottom that looks like an S. So that always tells me, okay, I'm gonna try not to swear. I swear a lot, so I'm trying to do.
We can leave it at.
Okay. I'm compressing the bottom. I'm just pushing lightly, going from the middle to 3 o'clock, back to the middle to 3 o'clock. And again, I was taught everything in 3s. Okay. Once I've compressed the bottom, okay, because it's pretty dry, gonna get some more water. My hands go over here. I work between 3 and 6. Okay. So the lower right quadrant, for those younger people that don't know the clock. Right. It's hysterical. Now, my fingers are going to be, though it's like an elevator. My outside fingers are a little bit lower than my inside fingers. And this overhang, like a skirt, I'm actually pulling that up. Well, let me anchor my elbows. Okay. I'm squeezing and pulling up. Okay. Extra comes off. I'm going to try not to get clay on that. Okay. I'm going to come back down here to the bottom, get a little bit more of an undercut, push in, and my inside fingers push out a little bit so I get another little skirt here. Okay. And now I'm, again, thumbs together, my elbows are anchored, okay. And I'm squeezing, and my elevator is pulling up that clay, and I'm off center, but that's okay. It's handmade. I am now compressing the top, okay? And it's still not thin enough. Hang on. I use my knuckle. I sometimes use the sponge. Okay? Especially if you've got long fingernails, the sponge helps. Okay. This is very stiff clay. Okay. I'm going to slow it down. Okay. I got my cylinder. Here's my coffee mug. Okay. If you want straightening out the sides, your very expensive tool. My hand goes in the middle, and I now am just going to press against the card. Okay. I'm also taking off the slip, but I'm also trying to straighten it out. But that's okay. I'm going to compress the top. That can just go in there. I'll find that later. So I can keep this. If I wanted a mug, if I'm done, squeeze out the water from your sponge. Let the wheel do the work. Use the sponge to take off the extra water from the inside. You don't want the water to sit in there. It just creates slip and then it dries uneven. I would use the back of my pin tool, or you can use your card. And I sort of make an undercut, and I'll take off that extra clay there. Then I would take my wire off tool, which if you're sitting here, they're right here. You're gonna fold this around your fingers as though you're flossing your teeth. Put it on either side of your piece, okay? And you're gonna slide it under. I'm not going to because I want to show you a bowl, okay? I start from the far side and go towards me. I find I have less accidents.
While it's spinning, you pull that through?
Sometimes. Depends
Okay.
on my mood.
You can, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
how dangerous on the wild side you're living?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But if I'm going to do it, it's going to go slow. Because once you've gone halfway through, you've actually gone all the way through the bottom of your piece.
That makes sense.
And it will slide over a little bit. So you go slow. Yes.
And that's when we fling things off the wheel.
Oh, the wheel. Things fly off the wheel.
We'll show you what not to do. Stand by.
No, that's the fun part. Yes. Okay. So if I was going to do a bowl, okay, I always start with a cylinder. Okay? Now, whether you want to use, okay, show my age. These were called kidneys when I first started back in the 80s. Okay. Now they're called ribs. Whatever. I know. The metal ones are ribs of death that cut you. You can cut that part out. Yeah, but just, we all know that. But if you want, you can use a rib, and we'll do the inside. Where's my favorite one? Where's my little baby green one? You don't need to use a rib. You can use your hand. Okay? But I can go in here. Okay? And my right hand is just for support. It's really not doing anything. But you notice I've slowed down the speed. And I can bring this out. Oh.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like my hand better. All your clay, these pieces are stoneware. We use food-safe glazes. I use Amico. I let companies make the glazes for me, so I don't have to wear those lovely N95 masks and mix all the chemicals. I figured why when someone else can do it for me. Everything is food, microwave, and dishwasher safe.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And if things are wibbly wobbly, it's handmade.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is not poured slip, okay, from other countries.
Yeah, it's not ceramics.
Shall we made.
They pick up on the weirdest things.
Whoopsie, I just
Oh, I
messed up. That's
wobble.
okay. Whatever. Okay. Okay. The thing is though, if I do, okay, it's gonna fall down here. Come here.
Focus.
Okay. Yeah, I know. If you want, because this is just a standard rim. You make pies, okay? Yeah, let's, do a little bit different, okay? You flute the edges, okay? And I could do this all the way around.
That's
It could
pretty.
be a flower.
That is so cool.
So, okay, Oh, wire off, okay. I like my little bows. Bowls are just so functional. Oh my gosh. You know, whether it's a catch-all, serving food, I don't know, whatever. And see, when it's thrown and it's slightly off and wobbly, and you do this, you can't tell. Shh. Okay. One of the nice things, when it sits still, you just can't tell that it's not centered or anything.
Yeah.
And so I will let this sit until tomorrow. It'll be soft leather hard. I'll flip it over, okay? Smooth the bottom out, put your names in 225, gotta figure out what month it is. Let them dry all the way, takes about 4 days. We will fire them, come down here and glaze them of your choice, and I'll show you my list of glazes. And then you pick them up in 2 weeks and you've got these wonderful things.
That's
you
so
did.
cool.
Yes. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Your turn.
You're making a bowl because we need bowls.
Oh, we can wire it off tomorrow, whatever.
I did the wire through it. I just
Oh.
didn't.
I mean, I think it's a little thick, but I like
Jess's 3 pieces here. We needed bowls, so we all did bowls.
You can totally do
Little shot glass,
really like. It's okay.
little dipping bowl.
You want them over there?
That doesn't matter. Yeah. Cool.
No crayons were harmed in the filming of making this video.
So what'd you think?
I think I need to quit touching things when they look good at first.
Stop trying to fine tune it.
Yeah. This ain't a carburetor, it's a pot. And
It's very fragile.
yeah, I don't know French words evidently, and I'm not good at that one. Fragile.
Fragile.
Chile. It must be Italian.
I think that says fragile.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think it's a little,
a charm.
but I love this shape. I mean, I don't know, for my first time, do you think I did okay?
Yes.
So I'll be a good student when I come back. I think that is amazing. I love it. I love it.
So these are going to be
I'm
similar
picking my
to the
color.
handles on-
Look at how beautiful that is. Tons of colors.
We have King Arthur here that presides over the gallery. And he has his crown. And so he sits. He's got his
Oh, I don't want to touch this one.
Templar vest and
Yes.
everything, yes.
Yeah. That.
Okay, so I tore a whole piece off of my second one, so I just used that to make a little shot glass-ish thing. Definitely total noob.
Your bottom thicker.
There's a
I
term
like it that
nobody's
loud.
used with me.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm older and I could be really sarcastic, but okay, you're just gonna go back and forth with your finger. You're just pressing those particles so that they just become a little bit tighter and they become stronger. Okay. Once you've compressed your bottom,
Don't watch the middle.
Jack,
you get
slow
dizzy.
down. Get into this, you learn how much clay to use, and you can be thinner. When I go big bowls though, my bottoms are super thick to help support the top part.
That makes sense.
Even with a little bit of clay left over, it can still be made into a functional piece.
How fun! I love this.
We take the
I was
cover,
playing.
yeah, and we have to pop the section off.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some of that water off, okay? For the back, you've got more clay. This is over by your area. You'll have to take pictures of all your pieces today.
Oh, for sure.
No, when you do it this way, dude, you had it with the thumb.
Is there a front and a back to these?
No,
No.
they're both 30 gross. Middle of your hand, you press down on this hand just a little bit, and this hand, you press over to this side. So you're pressing this way up too much.
Too much press.
Too much on the down hand and more on this one. Here, let me get that mushroom top on. Okay, there you go.